Emily and I met roughly 5.5 years ago. We'd been speaking to one another for quite a few months, and it came to the point where we eventually decided to meet.
Well, Pete got in touch with me via a dating website. It was a little bit of a controversial way to meet, but we decided to go ahead and meet up, and I'm very, very glad we did because we get on extremely well, and we have done from the start, and it's almost like we've been made for each other.
I must admit, the first time we met, I just thought, wow, I couldn't believe how lucky I was. I really enjoyed getting to know Emily. She was very, very personable, and each time I met her I found I liked her more and more, and she was someone that I wanted to see again. Having spoken to Emily for quite a few months, we both found out that we liked cinema and liked films. So on our first date we decided to go to the cinema and watch Peter Jackson's King Kong. Now the story is about a beautiful young woman who falls in love with a strong and silent type. And I think also rather hairy, but I think you can tell that it was meant to be from then on.
The first time I saw Pete, I was so happy because he was attractive and he was the most gentleman-like person I'd ever met. He held doors open for me and he complimented me on the way I looked, insisted on paying for drinks, and he was everything that I'd hoped for, but never thought I would meet. So I felt very, very lucky when I first met Pete.
I consider myself really lucky to have met Emily. She's a beautiful young woman. I find her loving, caring, funny, attractive. She's the first person I see when I wake up in the morning and always puts a smile on my face. I'm so pleased to have met her, and I couldn't imagine my life without her now. I proposed to Emily on the 12th of August 2009. In my mind I wanted to do it outside, but unfortunately the weather at the time wasn't the best, so I made the best of the situation and decided to make a picnic inside. Had a blanket out and got some candles out, some roses, and tried to make it as romantic as I could.
He told me that there was a spider in the lounge and he needed to get it for me, so I squealed my way off into the bedroom and hid, and I heard lots of thumping and cluttering around and was a bit worried about the size of the spider at this point, and he then said it was safe to come through, and when I opened the door he'd laid out a picnic blanket and candles and roses in the shape of a heart on the floor. I just started crying at that point. I had no idea he was going to propose. I just thought he was being really romantic, and we sat and had our picnic, and then Pete read out a beautiful speech he'd written all about our relationship up until now, and he ended it with, "Emily, will you marry me?" And I just screamed and cried and laughed, and it was just the most amazing moment.
I think she'd kind of been expecting it for quite a while, but was really pleased that I'd finally taken the courage to propose, and it was just beautiful to see the smile on her face and the tears run down her cheeks, and just to be able to give her a big hug and say I love you very much. With Emily, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with her, to share in the experiences that will undoubtedly have to come, and will make everything more worthwhile to be able to share the special things in life with somebody else.
I have met my soulmate with Pete, and I couldn't wish to have a better person to be with. He is everything to me. He makes me feel better when I am sad. He knows exactly what to say at the right times. He truly is my soulmate and my best friend, and I couldn't wish to spend the rest of my life with a better person.